Hey guys, this is part 2 of the planner art series. I did the artwork in my Hobonichi and my Midori Traveler's Notebook for what I've been doing, which is basically the Project 365. In my case, I'm doing pictures. And it had already gone on 30 minutes, so I didn't show the pictures in the Malden, but most of the pictures in the Malden, I mean not all, but most of them, I'm using the Ordning and Rita monthly inserts, and there's a space at the top that I decorated on some of them, and obviously the the monthly dates. So it ends up being about an inch big pictures. The things that I like about this as opposed to this is that the Ordning and Rita paper is not as smooth a paper. It's thicker, but that doesn't really matter with the Tomoe River paper. It's not how thin this is. It's sort of resistant, so color sits on the top, which makes this ideal for pens and markers. And if you look at the Hobonichi videos that were done and featured by the company that makes them, most people are using markers to color in. There is some paints, but the majority are marker pictures, and it works really, really well with marker. The lines here are gel pen. They do take a pretty long time to dry, some more than others. The Slicky multi-pen I just got, it's very thin. It dries almost immediately. Beyond that, there is an extended drying time for most of the other ones. Whereas this one, everything pretty much dries almost immediately. It reacts like paper that people outside of Japan are more accustomed to. And because of that, it takes a variety of mediums better than the Tomoe River takes a variety of mediums. I haven't had a lot of success with straight pencil on this, and I can give you an example in a minute, but for the monthly inserts, it's really nice to do a little artwork because it's not intimidating. It's very quick. It gives you a visual record of whatever it is you want a visual record of that day, and if you don't like it, you can just throw a decorative stamp on it or some tape, and it all looks fine. I started this journey, this planner art journey, decorating the top of December with Christmas balls, and also Christmas stamps I got from different places. This one is from Japan, and also it just started to snow. Okay, so December 8th was the first snow, and I don't think it quit the entire winter. So because I can use so many different things, these are watercolor pencils, and the snowflakes are a white gel pen. Same thing here, same thing here. I mean, it's surprising how much of a picture, how much detail you can get in a tiny little space, really. Same thing here. And this was January, and I did the top. I did a winter scene on the top. Same thing. There were the watercolor pencils. There are also some, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but some of these lines are like a dark green Coletto, and these are the white gel pens. None of that really matters, but I thought if somebody wanted to try some of these techniques, what I used might help them. This is also the same thing. This is probably like a micron I think this is like the black is like a thin micron. And this is actually more watercolory looking. This is what you can achieve with the watercolor pencils. I mean, you can really get a wash of color as opposed to what I usually do, which is more like drawing with them. And this was a rainy day, and some white gel pen. So you really can get a nice, you can get a lot of shading. You can get a lot more shading, I think, in an easier way on this paper than you can the Tomoe River paper. Now, if you had, say I wanted to shade this, if I had a darker pink and a lighter pink and a lighter pink, I certainly could have done some shading. But it's a little bit harder to do the kind of drawings that I'm accustomed to doing. And February is a really good example of, you know, all the different kinds I did. And I did add shading. I did add shading there. Also here. And these are all watercolor pencils. This is also some gel pens, some white and black gel pens. And I made a Hello Kitty snowman. And there's some shading down here. Other than that, it's pretty flat. And this one, I think that was a snowy day again. And this was watercolor pencil, and it is a pair of glasses. Now, I don't think you can see it, but I was able to get a strong highlight in here to represent the glass, maybe, and I was able to get a good shadow underneath. Yeah, this is, you know, if you're trying to do something that's looking three-dimensional, it's really easier to do on this kind of paper. For example, this is the Chemex. I wouldn't have been able to do this on the Tomoe River paper. I would have been able to do something, but not quite the same. I'm not really sure how to explain it, but pencil allows for a lot more variation in color with a lot fewer tools. Like I said, I mean, I would have needed several different colors of pink to achieve something like this on that. And, you know, this is really just a few colors of pencil plus the white gel pen plus brushing it out with water. I went to a baby shower. That's what this one is. And the same thing with Ventura. I was able to do a lot more in this case. Now, I could have done this just as easily on the Tomoe River paper. It's really a flat color, whereas this has shading. So I'll give you a couple of other examples on here. So this was another one. The drawings are less three-dimensional. However, they are more vibrant. You know, it really depends on what you're interested in doing. This was a combination of pencil and my brush pens, and you can see it's kind of, I don't know. It's not nearly as clean as it would have been on a different paper. Whereas this is really, you know, perfect, the perfect kind of design for the Tomoe River paper. And this is more a sketch, and yeah, I mean, it's not ideal. Not ideal on here. This one either. Same thing. So you really have to, you really have to think about what you want to be drawing and what you want to be representing to figure out what you want to do. Personally, because of what I'm used to doing, I am more comfortable using pencil than I am using marker exclusively. And I'm having a hard time. There's a lot of really wonderful things about this, and I have talked about it a little. I haven't really done I don't know if I've really done a review after using it, but you know, my problem, and actually that's really it for the art. So if what you wanted to see was the pictures, I'm really done. You can just click out, because I'm not sure that's going to be really interesting to anybody who's not interested in planners. But so here's the thing. I was using my A5 Malden as everything. I mean, not only did I use it as my planner, but I also used it, you know, basically when I needed to print something out or wanted to put some, you know, information in about things I was looking at and things I wanted to buy and products I wanted to revisit. All I did was punch it, and now that I have this punch, it punches all sizes. It punches, well, not many, but it punches the pocket and the personal and the A5. It was very easy. You know, if I had something from a doctor, I just stuck it in. The other thing that I was doing was I was putting shopping lists in here. I was putting business cards in here. I was putting receipts in here that I thought I would need to refer to. So I was storing a lot of things on the rings, and that really did suit me. I can't do that with this. You know, I mean, I can add a lot of stuff like I did when I was on vacation. And it's very suited for that. The thing is that I like doing art, but I do art on the side. I can't plan like this every day. I mean, this was this was vacation. I mean, this was something different. But you know, on a lot of days, I'm really doing a lot of writing, and you know, if I have room, I'll put in a picture, or I'll do a drawing. But my primary way to plan is really writing. I was also using this as a wallet, and I wasn't putting this in a big purse and carrying a ton of stuff. I was just taking this with me, and it was fine. Now when I went to this, I went back to using my Rio because I didn't really have a wallet anymore. But I'm really not using this. Besides holding some, you know, cards and stuff, it's really just a wallet. And do I need a filofax that I'm really just storing money in? So I'm kind of not sure what to do, actually. I'm having a little bit of a, I don't even know what to call it, because it's weird. It's not that nothing's working for me. It's that everything's working for me. And everything has some shortcomings and some positives. But it's not that the Hobonichi isn't working, because it actually is. And I didn't switch to the Hobonichi because this wasn't working. This really was. So I'm not 100% sure what to do. I know everybody's been there. So like I said, I'm not sure what to do. I don't know whether I should have waited until next year to try this, and that I should go back to using my Malden, you know, till next year. One of the things that worked really well that I can't do is sort of record stuff for long-term, you know, retrieval in the year, you know, the year on a page inserts. That's something that I can't do with this. With the Hobonichi, the nice thing is at the end of the year, everything is archived. A full year fits in here. It lays flat. It's perfectly sturdy with a cover. But I can't do some of the things that we're working like this. I don't know what's going on with Ordning and Rita with regards to the inserts. I'm a little concerned I won't be able to get them next year, but I have them, you know, this year. I mean, I have a half a year's worth of these left, and for the other pages, I've actually been using for these middle pages that I use, the Gillio inserts, which I think are the same as the Vanderspec inserts, and I really like these. You know, the other thing I considered actually was an A5 Touch Me Vanderspec binder with 35mm rings because of all of the things I keep. But, you know, I don't even know if I want to go there. You know, that's like a whole other planner. You know, and a couple of $100 that you know, that I really don't have. But because of the excess paper that I keep in here besides the calendar, you know, that's sort of an option. Although when I look at the Vanderspecs and the Gillios, I like some of the pocket configuration a lot on the Gillio. I would also like the back pocket, you know, which they all have. So I'm sort of at a crossroads here, and Ventura is stressed about it to no end. Hi. And I think my problem is that everything is working right now, and I don't really know what to do. So I know you guys have all been there, and maybe you can give me some insight. I would appreciate it, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.